Ah, the time has come again. Old Man Winter has put his blanket over the north. The land's transformation from summer is like night to day. Gone away are the warm breezes and vivid colors. Now the air is cold and the wilderness white. It's magical to see nature this way. I can feel the changes deep in my soul, and I have to get out and experience them. A fresh blast of snow in the face, or a long dark evening laid by the fire. The winter highways are open. Lakes, rivers, bogs and barrens. I'll do it by snowshoe and toboggan, along with my companions. This series will show 2 separate month-long expeditions. The first is on the island of Newfoundland, and the second is up in Labrador. Adventure awaits. I'm Justin, and this is Saskatchewan Beer. Come and follow us through the woods.
What are you doing, old girl? You ready to go? Hey.
The second expedition in this series will take me further north to Labrador. I'll spend 1 month in the White Wilderness. It's early March 2021. This time one of my companions is left behind.
See you after.
Saki the water dog is not suited for the bone-stabbing cold. Along with me is my Malamute bear. Her thick fur protects from the most frigid winter conditions. The truck is loaded, and adventure awaits. First, we make a long road trip from our home in Newfoundland to reach the starting point. It includes 900 kilometers of driving and a 2-hour ferry ride. Along the way, we enjoy a couple nights in the woods of southern Labrador. Apparently, Beer is a little camera shy to start. Ah, yes, here we go. Another outing in the canvas tent. It's a bit late in winter, but better late than never. One advantage of a trip now is the longer days. It will give us more time to be in motion.
We're in the big land, baby.
Known as the Big Land, Labrador is considered one of the last great frontiers, with more than 300,000 square kilometers of rugged northern wilderness. It is wild and free, and I need to move through it. In summer there's often tropical like heat, and the black flies can smother you. But come winter it's a different story. The subarctic cold is bitter, with minus 30 to minus 40 degrees Celsius temperatures not uncommon. At those times, exposed skin can freeze in minutes, especially with numbing wind chills. The major roadway is the 1150 kilometer Trans-Labrador Highway, one of the most remote roads in North America. Outside of the few towns along it, there is access to nothing. No services, no fuel, no communications, nothing. Before leaving, I had a mechanic inspect my truck and make necessary repairs, as parts may be hard to come by en route. I also made sure to fill my gas tank at each community and carry extra fuel and survival supplies in case of a long delay stranded roadside due to weather or other emergencies. Though there is only 80 kilometers left to pave, the road is still extremely remote, and one could drive hours without passing another vehicle. A section between Port Hope Simpson and Happy Valley Goose Bay spans 405 kilometers without direct roadside service and fuel. A wide stretch matched nowhere except James Bay in the Alaskan bush. This is a vast and unforgiving land. Made our last stop for goodies for a while. We'll enjoy ourselves tonight. So we're a few days into this adventure, enjoying Labrador. It's great. Now we're about to get a little more serious, aren't we, Bear? We're about 100 kilometers from the closest community. We're up on the Eagle River Plateau, I do believe it's called, and we're going to do some exploring. It's going to be good. Sled's loaded, ready to go. Sun's starting to sink. We got to get in the woods there. There's a small pond. I'm going to make a camp. Large day to start the trip here. Can't believe it. I got butterflies. We're a long ways out right now. This is awesome. Let's go, Bear. Come on, stay with me now on my beaten path. Come on, Bear. Atta girl, that's better. You'll be pulling your own sled soon. With the snow soft to start, and Bear a bit of a rookie to the pulling, I give her a few days to warm up. We had a long trip ahead of us yet. Ponds out there. Right after the get-go, there's a bit of a steep hill here. So instead of coming straight on down, I got a little weaving path made. Instead of coming straight up this, that's even steeper right there. How you getting on, Bear? A bit of a struggle, isn't it? I gotta hustle now and get a camp made. Camp's going in here. Sitting for about 15 minutes. It's stiff and nice and good. It's time to get the tent up now. There's a lot of snow here. I stuck down one of these poles and I only hit bottom pretty much at the top. And what are they? Oh, I'm just about 6 foot. So these poles are about 8 feet long. Yeah, 7 or 8 feet of snow. We got a leg off, that's okay. I got the tent just up. I got to tie it out in a couple spots. Get some boughs in there, got some wood. I can take my time now for the most part. Hey, Bear. And speaking of bears, I made one last little pit stop there at a store about 100 kilometers back. Last store on the route. I got a few cold ones. I'm gonna crush one now. Look at it all there. Hey. Nice and quiet up here, isn't it? How's the sound? It's nuts. Cheers. Cheers to the big land. Labrador. What a beauty. Okay, we're up and running. Stove's going. Lovely. It's time to kick back and relax now. That's what we're doing tonight.
that's how we're gonna do it. Bit of freezing rain now, making a mess. Plus 4 degrees Celsius. It's a fairly cold one out here this morning. This is what we came to Labrador for. Bit of a mild swing we had there a couple of days ago, followed by a lot of wind, and now the cold weather. This cold snap. It's going to do a good job to stiffen up the lakes for traveling once we get going. A lot better than they were. Too soft and it'd just be hell slugging the sled going up to my knees, and even with snowshoes on and for beer, almost impossible. What are you at, beer? Eating a bit of bacon grease? Perfect. It's good for you. We've been at this spot now for 4 days. Just getting the kinks out, getting settled away. Minus 20 now. But with the wind chill, I'd say it's closer to minus 30. So we got our toboggan. She's 12 feet long. And I got a 410 22 combo gun. So hopefully we'll get into some grouse, partridge, rabbit, porcupine. And then we got the tent. 8x8, perfect size for me and a dog. And a shovel. It's an avalanche rescue shovel, but very light. Perfect size. That squishes down there, like, you know, it's an extendable shovel. You only want those little survival shovels small like that. Any bigger and you're carrying too much weight. We're laughing, Bear. Hey, you excited? You ready to go? You're all fired up now about something, aren't you? That's it, Bear. Stay still. Good girl. Alright, Bear, one more and you're all set. Got your winter boots on. What do you think? Not so bad, eh? You've had these on before, Bear? Big set of snowshoes like this, that's what you love. You can go anywhere in the winter, as long as the ice is safe on rivers and stuff. So me and Bear are just out for a trot now on this lake. It's got no name, but it's a nice long narrow lake. I'm sure it has some indigenous name. They travel these grounds. There's not a print on the lake here, and we're just coming along making fresh ones in this dusting of snow that's on top now on the hardened surface that's been stiffened up by the wind and cold. And just to turn and look back at your track, it's a thing of beauty. Cold one this morning. In winter, I routinely keep Bear's nails short. This prevents discomfort in her boots, long nails wearing down the boots, and injuries. Okay, Bear, about 39 pounds. Put that down now. 39 pounds. Pants freeze now. Okay, we're all geared up, ready to go. It's late in the afternoon, by the time I got camped down and took my time and loaded up the way I wanted to. The goal now is just to get to the end of this first long, skinny lake. It's about 4 kilometers down to the far end of it, so I'd be happy to get at least to the end of this and probably a little bit further. 4, 5, 6 kilometers at the most before I gotta set up anyways, because it'll get dark. But that's far enough. Take my time. What do you say, Bear? Here we go.
I carry gear and enough rations for about 60 days. We may not be in here that long, but I want to test the toboggan's carrying capacity and my limits pulling it. This is an experiment for the future, and there's not much more I can fit on it.
Come on, Bear. Over here. What a day. Cold, crisp. We got good wind packed conditions for the most part. Some snow fell last night, so wherever that piled up, wherever the wind has blown it, those sections are a bit more difficult. Well, it's a bit heavy, but with each step forward it's feeling lighter. That's the way it is. So we made it down to the end of the lake. It took about an hour and 15 minutes to do the 4 kilometers. A bit quicker than I expected. So we're on our way in towards the headwaters of the Eagle River. We'll get close to the boundaries of Mealy Mountain National Park, depending on what way I go. We're exploring, so we could end up anywhere, but we're going to be covering a nice amount of ground in a completely foreign area here to me. Never been here before in my life. I don't know a whole lot about it other than looking around on the maps. It's mid-March, so there's still good winter conditions up here, but spring's coming around the corner, so I want to get in, see what I can, and get out before any sort of thaw starts happening. We don't want to get caught in here, we could get in trouble, so I'm going to have to watch the weather closely. Bear, you'll be pulling the sled now. She's hauled it before. There's about 40 odd pounds in there, close on 45 pounds. She can take it later on. Bear's a healthy dog, but she just needs to get into the groove. And I think today, just moving empty-handed, it's not bad for her to just go like this. It's also good too to get her warmed up. So next we're heading over this long marsh, looking to get onto a small stream that leads into another lake. I might just get up in the woods a little ways here and find a camp. Okay, nice shelter spot here, isn't it? The fire is going. Some nice minus 26 out right now. We did about 5.5 kilometers. That's it, Bear. Relax now. Enjoy yourself. You big fur ball. Atta girl. Back at it tomorrow. All there's left to do now is to get some more firewood, feed myself, and sprawl back and drink up all that heat coming from the stove. Nice pot of strong tea ready to go. Hang the moccasins up, let them dry. They'll be nice and toasty and warm for the morning. Carabiner there,
Nice easy way to snap man to the clothesline. We get the tracks of something there. I think it's probably a fox. I don't know if it's big enough and a long enough stride to be a wolf, because there's lots of them around here. But for the sake of the wolves, I have to keep an eye out, you know, for bear. The snow's so deep, it's hard for her to run away from me anyways. But certainly don't want her getting tangled up with them. So now we're out on the move. I've left camp back where it was. We're just scouting our way for tomorrow. Going over a lot of water, but also over some marshes and through even some woods. So it could be a bit snarly. It's nice to be out flying over the land here on the rackets though. It's wonderful. Beautiful day. Hopefully we can get a partridge for dinner or something along those lines. Bit of small game. Hey bear. Oh yeah, so here's one little thicket of woods we're gonna have to weave through with the sled. I'm packing a trail now. We won't be going in a straight line. That's the palm we're coming from. Bit of a mess there. We gotta break through a little ways out on the other side. And it's a marsh, and there's another little patch of woods like this, and then we finally get on the pond. I'm glad I took the time to come through and see this first. Don't always get time to do that, but now I do. And I'm using it freely, taking time to learn more about the outdoors. But here, we're going to have our work cut out for us, slipping through. More tracks here. I think they're pine marten.
I enjoy being out here for long periods. It gives me the opportunity to deeply experience and understand nature's many moods. Every season is different. There's always something happening, and it's nice to observe, adapt, and make decisions based on the cards I'm dealt. Sitting at home and reading books is great, but eventually I have to get out in the field and learn the real way, by doing. Then I'm more efficient on future expeditions in more remote places.
So that should be enough. We worked our way through a couple small thickets of woods, so we'll fare a bit better tomorrow. Gone over a few different lakes, and another one now, the fourth one, and we got about close on 5 kilometers covered. So when we come back tomorrow, we keep going that way. This is the biggest lake yet. Straight down across it and into the unknown. That's what it is for us. So the sun's sinking.
It's time to head back to camp. Some sweet, hot, delicious tea for when I take a few breaks today. Thermos is 1.2 liters, so perfect to keep, enough tea or water in there to keep you hydrated throughout the day. You need it, even in the winter. Coffee dehydrates you too much throughout the day. I have a bit in the morning, but that's it. So it's a new day. The conditions are great out there. Nice and crisp. Sun's shining, a bit overcast. But we're looking forward to following the trail we beat there yesterday and going beyond. Had a girl, Bear, you're off to a good start. Awesome. Just keep her going. We got Bear out pulling this morning. Hopefully she keeps it up. Helps me out. She ain't the husky in her blood. Innately, that's what she wants to do. You just gotta trick her into making her think it's a good time. Hey Bear. So far so good. She stopped back there a little ways. I wasn't going back and getting her. I gave her about 20 or 30 seconds and gave a few balls at her and she came on. Once you go back for them once, they'll want you to go back every time. You can't be at it. So Bear, we're going to reward you because you had a good start. Had a girl. You'll be in some shape after this trip. Look out. Had a girl, come on. All right. Come on, Bear. Temperatures are only a few degrees below zero today. Warmed up quite a bit, but that's not bad. When it gets too warm, the snow gets sticky. It's hard to pull. But when it's like this, just a few degrees below zero, you can slip right along. It's great. Bear's coming along. Atta girl, Bear, come on. Let's go. Come on. I got a treat up here. I threw a few treats back in the trail. She came along after him. Perfect. Yes, sir. You're professional, Bear. We just had to stir it up in you. It's not too heavy for you. Sure, you could take more. We'll work you up, though. Yesterday's track, hard to see. Pretty much blown over. But every now and then I can pick it up. So we're just starting to work our way through one of those tangles we had a look at yesterday, through some woods here. Should be fun.
The exception to not going back and getting Bear is when we were passing through wooded sections with softer snow. But in time she tackles those too.
Have a girl, Bear, come on. Bear went down on a tree well there. You alright? Yes, you're good. You're tough as nails.
The toboggan is narrow and designed for use in wooded country. It floats in my snowshoe track and is even cut in a traditional coffin shape for improved turning.
Caught up in a tree. Path is unlevel.
But as I haul it across the trail I packed yesterday, the high weight of my outfit and a tilted path create some steering problems. Now it's Bear's turn.
I'll be back to get you, Bear. Try to come on. Hard. Good. Oh, Bear. What a machine. She's a tank. Good girl, Bear. Okay, just through those trees and we're out on the next pond and home free for a good while. 5 kilometers, I think, until we get back into the woods. We haven't been that far yet. The trail was soft and a couple spots it was up and down, just tipping one way and tipping another way. Just got out on the pond. Yes, take a little lie down there for a minute. You deserve it. Yes, sir, Bear. Atta girl. You're missing a booty, Bear. Where's that, I wonder? I remember fixing it a little while back. Just found a spot to camp now. I don't want to go looking for no boot. I got some extra ones, 4 extras. I'd say it's back on the lake somewhere, Bear. We're not going looking today. Maybe tomorrow morning we'll take a little spin back. Time to get camp up now. It's about 5:45. We've been going for about 4 hours, 45 minutes, almost 5 hours. It's not a bad day. We're easing into this winter stuff, this winter travel, figuring some things out, just getting a good efficient system. I don't know what we've covered, maybe 8 kilometers. That's a great spot we got for camp now. Okay, I've walked down a decent little surface, enough for the tent, and some room here where I can put the toboggan and parker and unload. So I'll do that. I'll unload now and let this harden up a bit before I put the tent up, get the boughs and all that good stuff. Alright, time to get to work. We're all settled away. Takes a bit of time, about 2.5 hours today. So you know, it's a bit of a task for one person. You make it work. Take your time. You know, conditions were good this evening. I wasn't racing a storm. It wasn't bad weather. It wasn't overly windy. So I was kind of just chipping away at it. But I didn't want to go down and chisel a hole in the ice. The first lake we were at, underneath the snow, there was a layer of kind of a slushy water between the snow and the ice. Gets kind of trapped in there and it gets insulated so it doesn't freeze. But I was hoping on this lake I'm on, a smaller lake, it'd be the same. And when I dug down, sure enough, I struck ice after about 5 feet of snow, digging just to get down. So I'm melting snow now for our water. The icy stuff down underneath
You get more water from the icy snow than you do from the powdery stuff up top, but it takes a lot longer than it does to, of course, go down and give a bit of water and boil the kettle. Best thing to do is wait till your water's boiled. You know, you go down and fill your pots, block them with snow as much as you can get in there, and that'll probably get you about a quarter of a kettle full. Then you want it to boil. Boil away. Let it boil. Then put your snow in. That's your best bet. And there's not much to it. We're good to go now. I got one kettle filled up for tea and stuff for me, and the pot I'm going to use for our suppers. And Bear, what are you at? Having a nap before supper? You're killed. She did an awesome job today pulling the sled. She came the whole way pulling it. So that was good to ease her in. She hasn't been doing that too much. I only started training her at it this year. But it's in her DNA, you know, it's in her. And she found it today, and she was pulling up hills and through the woods and everything. All I had to do was just pick my sled up and keep going. Once I got her motivated, all I had to do was lift up the sled, my strap, and pull away. Not bad. So that's it. Good girl.
Candle over there. Nice warm light flickering. It's the ultimate comfort. Good night. Hey, Bear. We're just on the move. Today, the goal is to try to reach the Eagle River. It's about 15 or 16 total kilometers away. I think we'll be all right, but you know, you never know what you're going to get into. Could be some deep powder, could be some unsafe ice. First though, we have to cross over from this system we're on now. There's a portage through open barren and some woods. It's about 1.5 kilometers. Could be interesting. Once we get through this, we're into another lake, and we got to follow a smaller river down to the Eagle River. So we're overland now, getting to that next system. We left the lake. We were camped down back there. Now we got this thicket of woods, usually surrounds marshes. So the next marsh is through here. I'm gonna have to make a little path. It seems like the best way. Stay there, Bear. I'll be back in a second. It's a bit snaky. Oh, we got an obstacle.
Join us in the next episode as we push further through the woods of Labrador towards the mighty Eagle River.
Up like this is good.
Can't get far with snow soft like that.
Okay, Bear.
Out of tracks there.
So now I got a little pea soup going on.
You can hear the water rushing underneath. Gives you a little bit of a chill up the spine, you know.